Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash, the channel where you get real car reviews, not dealership rehearsals or sugar-coated marketing talk. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we break down every new model in detail, from the way it looks and feels, to how it actually performs in the real world. Exterior. Today, we're talking about something small, affordable, and surprisingly modern, the 2026 Chevrolet Spark. Now, the Spark has always been Chevy's most compact and budget-friendly hatchback, but for 2026, it's taken a huge leap forward. Think of it as a city car with big ambitions, redesigned, more high-tech, and more efficient than ever before. So let's take a deep dive into everything that makes the new Spark stand out. Starting from the front, the 2026 Chevy Spark immediately looks more confident than before. Gone is the cute, soft look of the previous generation. In its place, you get a sharper, more athletic front fascia that feels inspired by Chevy's latest design language. The headlights are now slimmer and fully LED, giving the Spark a more upscale vibe, especially at night. There's a new signature LED daytime running light strip that runs along the edges, almost like what you'd see on a Malibu or a Trax. The grille has been completely redesigned, wider and more sculpted, with chrome or black finishes depending on the trim. Even the lower bumper now has sportier contours and a more dynamic stance. For a small car, the Spark's face finally looks bold enough to be noticed in traffic. Moving along the side, the 2026 Spark continues this new, more mature look. The body lines are sharper and more defined, running cleanly from the headlights to the taillights. You'll notice the slightly longer wheelbase and wider track, subtle, but they make the car look more planted and stable. Chevy also introduced new 16-inch alloy wheels for the top trims, which give this tiny hatch a surprisingly confident presence. The side mirrors now integrate turn signals, and the flush-style door handles are a nice modern touch that improves aerodynamics just a bit. The roofline still keeps that tall, compact hatchback shape, perfect for city driving and squeezing into tight parking spots, but the window design now feels more cohesive and less budget-oriented, and depending on your trim, you can even get a two-tone paint option with a contrasting black roof, which looks seriously good for such a small car. Around the back, the Spark gets a complete redesign too. The taillights are now LED and horizontally oriented, which gives the car wider, sportier look. The rear bumper has been reshaped with a diffuser-style element that adds some personality. Even small details like the rear wiper, spoiler, and subtle chrome accents around the tailgate make the 2026 Spark look like a much more expensive hatchback than it actually is. It's compact, yes, but there's no denying it's now a genuinely stylish city car. Chevy clearly wanted to make it more appealing to young buyers and urban commuters who don't want to compromise style for practicality. Interior. Once you step inside, that's where the surprises really start. The 2026 Spark's cabin has been redesigned from the ground up, and it no longer feels cheap, just affordable. The materials are much better than before, with soft touch panels on the dashboard, metallic trim around the air vents, and even contrast stitching on the seats in higher trims. The steering wheel feels thicker and more premium, with a modern flat-bottom design and integrated controls. Front and center is a brand new 9-inch touchscreen with Chevrolet's latest infotainment system. It's faster, smoother, and supports both wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You even get a digital instrument cluster now, not fully digital, but a clear and modern display that shows speed, range, and driver info in a crisp layout. For a car in this price range, that's impressive. The AC controls are still manual in the base trim, but higher trims add auto climate control. You'll also find USB-C ports, a wireless phone charger, and even a built-in Wi-Fi hotspot, features that were unthinkable in older Sparks. Space-wise, the Spark remains compact, but Chevy has done a clever job improving cabin practicality. The seats are supportive, visibility is excellent thanks to that upright windshield, and the slightly wider dimensions mean more shoulder room for front passengers. Rear seat space is still best for two adults, but the legroom is improved just enough to make short trips comfortable. The rear seats fold down to expand the cargo area, which now offers around 30 cubic feet with the seats down. Not bad for a city car. Performance under the hood. The 2026 Chevy Spark still sticks to efficiency and simplicity rather than outright power. The base engine is a 1.4-liter four-cylinder producing around 105 horsepower and 100 pounds-feet of torque. It's paired with either a 5-speed manual or a CVT automatic, depending on your trim and region. However, Chevy claims that both versions have been tuned for smoother performance and better fuel economy. There's also talk of a mild hybrid variant in select markets, using a small 48-volt system to boost low-end torque and reduce fuel consumption. On the road, the new Spark feels light and nimble. Steering is nicely weighted, suspension tuning is improved, and it absorbs bumps better than before. Of course, it's not meant to be a performance car, but it feels confident, agile, and perfectly tuned for city streets. The CVT doesn't drone as much as it used to, and highway cruising at 100 km/h feels more stable thanks to the longer wheelbase and improved sound insulation. The updated brakes and traction control system also make it safer in wet or slippery conditions. Fuel economy has always been the Spark's strong point, and the 2026 model continues that tradition. You can expect around 17–19 km/h in city driving and over 21 km/h on the highway, easily one of the most efficient petrol hatchbacks on the market. If the mild hybrid variant reaches global markets, those numbers could go even higher. In terms of safety, Chevy's also stepped things up. The new Spark now includes 6 airbags as standard across all trims, along with ABS, electronic stability control, rear parking sensors, and a rear camera. Higher trims even add lane departure warning, forward collision alert, and automatic emergency braking, features that used to be reserved for cars twice its price. And now, let's talk pricing. Chevy has kept things incredibly competitive. In most markets, the 2026 Spark starts around $16,000 for the Bass LS trim, goes up to around $18,000 and $19,000 for the LT, and tops out around $21,000 $22,000 for the fully loaded Premier trim. That's a lot of car for the money, especially when you factor in the improved design, tech, and safety. So, what's the verdict? The 2026 Chevy Spark might not be the most powerful or luxurious car on the road, but it nails what it's meant to do: be affordable, efficient, and genuinely fun to live with. It's perfect for students, first-time buyers, or anyone who wants a reliable urban runabout that looks stylish and doesn't break the bank. Chevy could have easily let the Spark fade away as crossovers take over, but instead, they gave it a serious upgrade, and it shows. It's smarter, safer, and more refined than ever before. And in a world where small cars are disappearing, it's refreshing to see one that still delivers so much value. So, if you're looking for a small hatchback that punches above its weight, the 2026 Chevy Spark should definitely be on your short list. It's proof that good things really do come in small packages. Thanks for watching Car Flash. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the new Spark, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more detailed car reviews, and let me know in the comments, would you still buy a compact hatchback in 2026? Or are you all in on SUVs and EVs now? I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, drive safe and stay curious.